Hey guys, happy Friday. So today I want to come with another video, and today the video is titled Trust the Journey. Trust the journey. See, the thing about life is sometimes we may plan things out to go a certain way, a certain direction. Have it all mapped out, compass is ready to go. You've got all your destinations. You know where you want to end up. You know what route you want to take. You know everything. But then what do you do when there's a derailment? What do you do when you have your whole trip planned and there's a derailment? You can't freak out. You can't turn around, because if you turn around, then you won't get to your destination. You can't stand there, because if you stand there, you really won't get to your destination, because you're going to be just stagnant. So what do you have to do? You have to go forward. You have to go forward. Because the thing is, we get nervous, we get scared, but you have to trust yourself. You have to trust God. If you believe in God, you have to trust the Most High. And you have to go forward. Because the thing is, if you don't go forward, you don't know what will happen in your journey. And I think that's the fear of the unknown. All fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. So I want you guys to just take that today, and just, as you go through life, you might be struggling with something or unsure about how to move in a certain situation. Just trust the journey. And whatever outcome that, you end up in, you have to be okay with that. And I think that's the part in life. We like to have all the answers. We like to know the results. But sometimes you got to just trust the journey, and you got to just go. You got to just go. You got to just go through all the you might have some detours. You might have some railroad crossings. You might see an accident. You might have to pull over to the side. You might get a flat tire, which you don't want. Things can happen, but this is called life. It's life. And if you don't trust the journey and you stop traveling, then you're really done, because that's what life is about. It's about trusting your journey and going to the destination and having the positiveness and the faith that you'll end up where you're supposed to be. And that's the great thing about God. He will make sure that you are supposed to be where you're supposed to be. Even if you make a mistake, that's so awesome. You're still going to end up getting what you're supposed to get. So I think we need to just trust the journey. Stop trying to map everything out. You still want to map out your destination, and you still want to plan and do that and be, take initiative of your life. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to the unknown, you're not going to get all the answers, Sway. You're not going to get all the answers. You're not going to get all the answers. You got to just go. And, go with your gut. Go with your instinct. Keep your communication with the Most High, with God. And like I always tell y'all in every video, what do I say? What do I say? Be the light. Be the light. Because when you're the light, you illuminate. And if you encounter darkness or, any kind of obstacles or destruction or anything, it will light up that path, and your light protects you. So I just want you guys to just take that today. Have a great Easter weekend and a great Good Friday. And, just be positive and just don't doubt yourself. We have to trust the journey, and we all are on our own journeys. And we all arrive at different destinations. When you go to the airport, don't you see flights to Florida to, New York, to Hawaii, wherever, Chicago, wherever, right? When you look at the flights, what do they have up there? All the times, right? What else do they have up there when you look at the flights? All the gates, right? Because what? Everybody's going to a different gate. You might be at E7 or C6, A2, the East Corridor. Somebody else might be going on the whole other side of the airport. You got to trust the journey. What you going to say? I can't go that way? You got to go on that plane, because if you don't go on that plane, what's going to happen? You're going to miss the freaking flight. And then you're really going to be pissed because you won't be able to go and enjoy your vacation or wherever you're going. So you got to get to your journey. You got to get to your destination, and you got to trust it and not be in fear, and know that as long as you have your light and you're positive, you will end up where your heart desires and where you're supposed to be. And what God has for you is truly meant for you, and no one can stop that. Not even you. Okay, guys. So have a great Good Friday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.